Good afternoon, I'm Ruckus, Seymour On-Trade Consultancy's Commercial Director, and as part of our reopening OTChat, I'm delighted to be joined by our client. So to kick us off, what is your name, your role and your company?
My name is Ant Civarella. I am the founder and managing director of Ruckus.
Oh, fantastic. So what does Ruckus do?
Well, we provide support to bars and restaurants, a range of services. We were formerly, pre-COVID, we were known as Biometrics here in London, been going for about 12 years. So we did a bit of a rebrand in the period. We do anything from stock taking, from mystery shopping, to productivity workshops, to management coaching. So it's a sort of a outsourced head office, if you will.
Okay, fantastic. So on from that then, what benefits does Ruckus provide hospitality sector?
Well, I like to say sometimes we give time back to operators. We can often do things better than you can do in-house for less money half the time. And generally, we can fill holes that you may have in your team. All our team have been in the industry for years, if not decades. And so we are from the industry and we understand what everybody goes through. And often we can provide a superior service for less than you'd pay internally.
Yeah, fantastic. And in particular, I mean, with as you say, that stock taking proposition, what's the real key benefit of that?
Well, primarily accuracy. All our team have digital scales and barcode scanners, so we weigh every open bottle of booze on your place, including kegs. So we can tell you to the milliliter how much alcohol you have on site, and whether a shot's gone through the till without being put through a shot's gone without being put through the till. So yeah, extremely accurate, independent reporting that you can rely on.
Fantastic, great, thanks Ant. So one wish for the hospitality sector ahead of reopening?
I guess it would be that we don't forget the lessons that we learned in this last year, whatever they might be for everybody, but to carry that through with us, and that we become a little bit more community focused. I know internally we are genuinely going to be a little bit more focused on where we are and what we're doing. Just be a bit more conscious of that.
Yeah, thank you. And lastly, have you got 3 top tips ahead of reopening for operators and venue owners?
Yeah, well, the first one is called a pre-mortem, and I first became aware of it from Daniel Kahneman, who's a Nobel Prize winning neuro sort of brain guy. And it's in his book called Thinking Fast and Slow, and it's essentially you get your team together, and it's called a pre-mortem because you propose, like if there's a change or something, so we're reopening, and you put yourself about a year in the future, and you set your team up like that it's been an absolute failure, right? So it gives license to everybody. It sort of cuts through groupthink. So you give everybody license to catastrophize, and everybody writes down what they think, what went wrong, and because you have the people there who sometimes aren't always asked for how they think it's going to go. I've used it internally with our team and with clients, and there's always some really valuable stuff that comes out that you wouldn't have thought of. And you just you're using your existing resources, and it's a lot of fun. And you come up with some disasters you never thought you had. So yeah, you just got to assume the worst and just get them to tell you what went wrong.
That's your one. That's a pre-mortem.
Yeah. The second one would be dead stock. I mean, everybody's going to have dead stock. How you do that? Specialized cocktail menus, or staff. I don't know, but just come up with a plan for your dead stock, because you're going to have stuff, if it isn't already out of date, probably heading towards out of date. And a good chance, to take stock of what you have. And, we've got to make the most of everything we have now. Everybody's going to have to do more with less.
That's 2.
Yeah, and the third one, Probably on the menu front, just making sure that things are relative. If you can simplify them, you're probably going to be working with new staff members. So don't overcomplicate things at the get-go. Make sure things are relatively easy to put together, easy to explain for your team, and easy to deliver. The last thing you want is negative customer feedback in this time. So just make it easy on yourself. You're going to have more hopefully, predictions. You're going to have more clients and your customers you know what to do with. So do things simply and well.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for your time.
No worries. Thanks, Ruben.